The dark, mystical arts of fragrance layering. If you don't know what fragrance layering is, it's essentially the concept of taking one fragrance, spraying it on your skin, and then layering another fragrance on top of it. It is not something I do personally because I already see one fragrance as a sort of cake that a perfumer has made for you, and you're essentially taking two different cakes and mushing them together to create a Franken fragrance, an absolute monster of a combination. It's cool because you create new different scents, but you're going to smell very unique as well at the same time. So I like doing these videos more for you guys. If you like the idea of fragrance layering and trying out new combos, if you have any of these 6 different combinations, I have 6 different pieces of skin here. That's only the amount of skin I can show on YouTube. So we're gonna go through 6 different combinations that you guys have suggested on Instagram, your top suggestions, and I'll give you my opinion, guys, and see if you should try it out as well. Let's get started. And if you haven't already, guys, I'm going to leave a link to our new newsletter in the description down below. We start off with very valuable content called 5 must-own fragrances for a well-rounded collection. The idea is you get exclusive content through the newsletter every week. It's very short, succinct, and very useful. So yeah, sign up if you haven't already, guys. First up, we have 2 Thomas Fordigan fragrances, Noir Extreme and Ombre Leather. I think this will be an interesting combination because I think it'll pretty much just create the new Parfum concentration of Noir Extreme, which a lot of people are mad about because they've put that DNA with leather. So yeah, maybe I'm going to save myself £100 by just combining these 2. So you always put the more base heavy fragrance down first, the more longer lasting one, and then put the fresher one on top. Okay, in the air I'm getting a sweet Ombre Leather right now. Oh wow, that surprisingly works really nicely together. They're both kind of smooth and nutty, like every fragrance should be, and they're just kind of combined in a beautiful way. Wow, so far I'm really liking that. I'm gonna go through all 6 of these combinations, and then in the end I'm gonna give them all a rating out of 10 based on a bit of their dry down as well as a few hours pass by. Number 2 is Layton and Chanel's Allure Homme Sport. This will probably go well because I think, again, they're both smooth, creamy fragrances, as all fragrances should be. This is more smooth and creamy on the woody side, citrus, aquatic, ozonic. Layton is more spiced apple. So Layton first. I've got the old batch, we don't mess around here. This is the strong stuff. Then Allure Homme Sport on top. That works really nicely. Essentially, Allure Homme Sport's made Layton more fresh, soapy and clean. And as I predicted, the smooth creaminess of both fragrances are just melded really well. Let's see how this dries down. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum and Penhaligon Sartorial. I don't think this combination will work out very well. They're both aromatics in very different fashions. Bleu de Chanel is a bit more modern, commercial, while this is more traditional barbershop with a lot of honey. I'm not sure if the honey is going to mix well with Bleu de Chanel, but let's see. Bleu de Chanel. It's not perfectly combining, but it's not bad. I think maybe I need a bit more time. Again, the honey is just a little bit weird with Bleu de Chanel. I'm not sure why. It's not bad, it's inoffensive, but I don't think it cooperates like the other 2 layering combinations we've done so far. But let's wait until the dry down. YSLY EDP and Azzaro the most wanted. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how these 2 will work together. They're very different fragrances. I think there's gonna be a huge clash. Big sweet toffee with green sharp herbaceousness. Let's see. Okay, will my wrist smell pleasant today? It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay. Sort of a more sporty Azzaro and Most Wanted. Fair enough, but it is a bit of a clash going on here. Sort of just like too synthetic. There's too much syntheticness going on from both fragrances. Let's see the dry down later on. Versace Pour Homme with Creed Aventus layered on top of it. Apparently it turns Aventus into a beautiful fizzy scent. I really hope it does because I wasted £300 on Aventus in the modern formulation that has really been disappointing to me so far. Weak, flat, doesn't perform. Come on, give me my money's worth. I love the pineapple in the opening, in fairness. I do love that about Aventus. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. It sort of has added a bit of effervescence, a bit of soapy muskiness to the Aventus DNA. Kind of lifts it up a bit. Not bad, actually. It's made a soapy Aventus. Soap Ventus is pretty good. I like it. Let's see how it is later on. Rochas Mustache Eau de Parfum with Dior Homme Sport 2021. I have high hopes for this combination. I think it'll work really nicely, actually. This is a great shout. They're both quite ambery, smooth fragrances. This is more amber heavy, and this is a bit more fresh and uplifting. So I think it'll just complement this really nicely. Yeah, that's just complements each other really nicely, actually. Yeah, like the rose smooth amberiness of Moustache goes really nicely with the citruses, the LME of Dior Homme Sport. Still, it's made it all a bit more sporty, fresh, airy. It's all blended nicely, nothing clashes, it's not overly synthetic. I have high hopes for this. It might be the winner of today. Actually, just giving it a quick re-smell, that Ombre Leather and Noir Extreme combo is pretty killer, actually. Then this also might be the winner, so let's at least give it an hour. 1 hour, I'll be back with you guys in 1 second. Let's do a time delay. Whoop, 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 whoop.
A few moments later.
Okay, it's been an hour. I've had dinner and I haven't washed my hands because I'm dedicated to the video, guys. You're welcome. Now, all 6 fragrance combinations are here. I'm going to smell them again and give you a rating for each one. Ombre Leather and Noir Extreme. I imagine this is how Noir Extreme Parfum smells. I know I need to try that fragrance. The note breakdown says it has leather in there, but essentially you got a sweet, sexy, bad boy leather scent that's been sweetened up. It's become more like cold weather appropriate. I think actually I would wear this. This is really nice. I'll give this a 9 out of 10. I would go maybe 2 sprays, 1 on each side of the neck of one fragrance and then 2 sprays with the other fragrance. Don't go too overboard, but this is a really sexy night out combination. It's really good. Layton and Allure Sport is okay. The problem is Layton, it's so strong, is that it overpowers Allure Sport. Allure Sport is still giving that slight soapiness to the combination here. But I just don't think the combination works that well. I'll just rather wear one or the other. So I'd give this a 5 out of 10. I was unfair on Bleu de Chanel and Sartorial. So if essentially, what I'm getting the most is the honey note of a Sartorial's mixed with Bleu de Chanel. Everything else is sort of like blended in together really nicely. If you want a more cold weather appropriate Bleu de Chanel, this actually works really nicely. This makes it a bit more cozy, inviting. It takes away the versatility of Bleu de Chanel. It makes it all cold weather, evening, but it works. This is actually really good. I was unfair on this. I would give this an 8 out of 10. Okay, surprisingly, I'm just wrong all day today. YSLY, EDP, and Most Wanted is actually quite nice also. It's sort of like made Most Wanted a more casual, fresh fragrance. If you want like a fresh but sweet fragrance you can wear casually in the cold weather, the combination actually does work really nicely. The opening was funky, but I think the dry down is nice. So actually, I'll give this an 8 out of 10 as well. No, 8 out of 10 is probably a bit too high. Let me smell it again. My nose is recalibrated, 7 out of 10, I would say. Now, Versace Pour Homme and Creed Aventus together has surprised me. It's not quite the fizzy sense you were describing, but it works. The notes just mix together really nicely. I think the musks from both fragrances come really well together. It's clean, smooth. I feel like it's going to give it a bit more longevity to the weak modern batches of Aventus. I think this is a really good combination as well. A really safe, warm weather combination to go for if you want to play it around a bit, try new combinations out. So maybe I'll give this an 8 out of 10. This is actually really good. Dior Homme Sport and Rochas Mustache Eau de Parfum doesn't really work. I think the Dior Homme Sport is too strong. It's overpowered the mustache. You can sort of tell that they're 2 amber fragrances mixed together. It doesn't really work in all honesty. I'll give this a 4 out of 10. Today's winner is going to be Ombre Leather and Noir Extreme, which I'll give it a 9 out of 10. A sexy, sweet, bad boy scent to go for in the cold weather. Try it out, guys. Hopefully these fragrances that I've tried are popular enough that enough of you watching will own them and be able to do the layering that you witnessed today. And you know, you guys have only seen the skin, what I'm wearing on the skin here in the arms, but I am wearing a fragrance on my neck, and of course that fragrance is Mr. Fragrance. I would not miss a chance to shamelessly plug my own fragrance, guys. If you haven't tried it out already, guys, make sure you do. It is being seen as the luxurious blue fragrance in the community. It's gotten many 5-star reviews. Try it out whilst you can, guys, because we're almost out of our first batch of fragrance bottles. Our stock is almost run out. I'll leave a link in the description below, guys. Check out our first release, and yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you guys want to see more layering video parts, this is part 4 now. I don't know, should I carry it on, guys? I think I'm running out of fragrance combinations to go for. Do you guys like fragrance layering? What do you think of the concept? Let us all know in the comments down below, and let us know about other combinations you think are worth checking out. Make sure to check out our previous part in this series. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.